the set.
Midsummer 2016. Just getting back on the air after a little hiatus. It's Big Daddy from the Big Daddy Roadshow. How you guys doing, everybody? My Facebook fan page is growing. We appreciate that. Everybody who's doing their share and not being a douche. It's mighty cool of you guys to, share this shit. The comedians on my page and myself, we work hard at that stuff. And you guys are getting like a free show. You're having a shitty day. You come home from work, you read the page, and I know you're on the other web pages. I have a guest coming on the show today. Let me tell you first of all, before I introduce this guest, you know him. He's coming back. He's been on the show before. But here's the deal. Facebook has just been, let's just be honest, it's been fucking whack for the last 2 weeks with all the murdering and shootings and non-fun shit. And it was really bringing Big Daddy down. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, everybody better just cool their jets. We all got to get along, right? Now, and again, I want to stress, the show's coming back. It's a show, okay? But we do touch on reality because we're comics and we make jokes about shit. And I'm political, when I'm writing comedy or if I'm trying to develop this character. And believe me, part of Big Daddy is me. Yeah, I'm in there. But Big Daddy's a little bit more than, he's like retarded and not retarded. He's smart. He's like an idiot savant is what he is. I'm still working on who he is. I don't know. I'm not going to lie to you people. Why do I need to lie? To tell you the truth, I always wanted to be in showbiz. I was petrified to go and stay. Everybody wants to hear the truth. Well, guess what? Here's the new show. And we try to keep shit real. And with the last 2 weeks in America, it's just driving me batshit bonkers. But guess what? I also don't give a shit. Because some of it seems like it's complete fucking buffoonery. Who's right, who's wrong? Hey, let's stop killing people, okay? Anybody, human beings, okay? Can we stop? And yeah, we can open up the can of worms of the constant never-ending wars over in the Middle East. And everybody's pissed off and everybody, what the fuck is going down, America? Now, it's going to come to, part of the Big Daddy character. And I know that that's definitely part of the writer of the Big Daddy character, is that Big Daddy's a bomb buster. And he's not always right, nor is the person who's writing this show. How could anybody be right all the time? Come on, what a drag, Heavens to Murgatroyd. I used to watch cartoons as a kid, and you'd watch Bugs Bunny and the guy, what was his name? I wish I could name all by myself until my guest comes on the show. So, Elmer Fudd. And he used to go running around and sticking a shotgun in a friggin' hole and blowing the rabbit to smithereens. And the rabbit always came back to life, right? Or he never got him, or it was some kind of bullshit. And then it was Roadrunner and the Coyote. And that son of a bitch used to drop a boulder on him all the time. That was fucking hysterical. Come on, And now kids today are doing different things, and everybody's like trying to figure life out, and shit's changing, and everybody's being cool with. Well, no, not everybody's being cool with gays. I'm cool with gays. I don't give a shit. What the fuck is? What's the problem? Different strokes for different folks, fellows, misses and madams, and people with tree trunks stuck up your ass. Everybody go to their corners and do their fucking thing. That's my opinion, by the way. That's not the character. But Big Daddy would really blow it the fuck out of the water and say, everybody chill the fuck out. That's what Big Daddy would say. And everybody should love one another a little bit more. And yeah, you can't do it all the time because there's some assholes out there. Oh, I'm preaching. Big Daddy's a preacher. He's into blues. He's into old school rock and roll. And he loves America. And if you're supporting currently in our armed services, God bless you guys. And if you don't believe in God, and I just said God bless you guys, and it pissed you off, suck my left nut, because we're free in America. We're going after the wrong people, by the way. We have to really, I saw an ad today, and this was hysterical, and I hope I sell like a whole shitload. Like, I hope all of my 1,500 fans that watch my shit on Facebook, I hope they all go out and buy that thing sold on Amazon, you know, that monstrous company that'll just ship shit right to your door. I use it all the time. But they have Kindles on sale now, and it said originally $200 and some. And then it was like, I'm sorry, man. And then it was like, now it's like $1.39, and no. Today, only $33. So Big Daddy's here to tell you that for the first time ever, Kindles are being sold for exactly what the fuck they're worth. $33.
But wait, there's more.
See, there's more. You know, come on, people. Like, what the hell? Milk is like $3.50. I'm like trying to think. I was trying to think things a little bit more to most people. And I always said that when we started to pay like $1 or $2 for a bottle of water, which me and Gene on our show is like famous for, he'll pay like $6.50 for like a jug of water. And then he'll give you like a dissertation about how he's going to live like to be like 185 years old and all this shit. Yeah, we get that too. There's like all kinds of food problems we got in America and Monsanto's. And I'm saying, why don't we have a show where we actually talk about that shit? But then we use humor to try and diffuse some of this shit, because some of this shit is some, I don't know how to say it, folks, but some heavy shit. Anyway, we got a great show for you. And my show is going to be broken up. And I'm basically, here's what I've decided. Big Daddy's going to interview people. And he's going to also give you his political take on shit. And I might even call the weather. I'd like to be a weatherman, too. You know why? Because you don't have to be right when you're a friggin' weatherman. So I'm just going to blow some shit up that is like tomorrow it's going to have an earthquake in the sky. There's going to be an earthquake in the sky tomorrow. And if it happens, then great. I nailed it. If it doesn't, it's like a weatherman. You just
tomorrow an EMP is going to go off. Just watch the skies.
Oh, he's not even introduced yet, but I'll tell you what, you've heard him before. Ladies and gentlemen, and let me tell you also, it's like a run-on sentence here, it always is, because there's just so much shit hitting my Facebook page. But today, some young lady posted in one of my friends, one of the people on the shows, on his Facebook page, and said, wow, there was like a big streaker over at the McDonald's, and he had a beard, and she was like taunting him. Cheers, by the way. I can hear that drink. It's all right. I can interrupt you. No, it's fine. Anyway, so she's like on the Facebook page taunting my friend who's on the show, and you've heard her before. Like, would that be possible? Could that possibly be you who was the streaker? And anyway, you're not going to believe this, but I got the streaker on the show, and I just want to devil into his brain. And he's a young comic. He's a lot younger than I am, and God, I wish I got into comedy back when I was his age. But he's going to tell a story, and I'll ask some questions. So, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, let's hear from E-Dog back in the studio. E-Dog. Eric, you are, some girl. I assume she's a girlfriend.
Yes, sir.
Maybe not like a friend. I don't know, friend. Is she a girlfriend or a friend? Like, is she...
The one that called me out?
Yeah.
No. Just a coworker.
All right. So so you're out with friends.
Yes, sir.
And let's just ask the question straight out. You've streaked before?
Yeah, twice before the incident that we were talking about. Yes, sir.
The McDonald's incident.
Yep.
By the way, I'm sure coffee's on sale at McDonald's. Go enjoy yourself a coffee.
If you're a senior, it's 75 cents.
What's a senior?
Senior coffee is a small coffee. So
I'm saying, what age is a senior?
It's from like 65 up, I guess.
It's 11 years.
You don't need to show ID either, which is the funny part.
Yeah, but the kids, they know you're kind of...
I can go for a senior coffee and get it. No ID show.
So the kids at the register could give a shit is what you're saying.
Yeah, don't give you your senior fucking coffee.
So, ironically, you used to work McDonald's years ago, and let's not say where you work now, but so you're out with a bunch of friends and you're in a pickup truck, you said?
Yes.
And from there, I'd imagine, I'm just going to kind of set it up, it's just young kids having a blast, driving around, cruising, you get hungry, you're pulling into McDonald's, and then somehow streaking came up, and gators were made, and take it away.
Yeah, they asked me to, they said, Eric, why don't you pull your fucking pants down and just run right through.
All right,
drive-through.
All right, questions as you tell this story. How many girls are in the pack? What kind of age brackets are we talking about? No names. I don't want to hear names.
No, there's going to be no names set. There was one girl in the pack that we were in, and she was the same age as me, 22.
22 years old. So basically, we can say 22 years old, just a bunch of young people working, and then on their off time having a blast.
Absolutely.
Trying to have some fun. What night is this? Is this like a...
It was like a Friday night, actually.
Trying to get your weekend going.
Wrong.
Trying to have some fun.
I'm wrong. It was the 5th of July. It was the day after the 4th, obviously.
What day was that? I don't know what day.
I won't be able to
The reason why I'm thinking is important. Was it like a weekend because you're going out to
No, it was definitely a weekend, you know.
You just said, hey, guys, let's get together and take my pants off, and I'll run across the...
Well, my buddy just got off of military leave, so he was off for a few days, you know.
So your buddy serves?
Yes, for the Marines.
Just his first name?
Landon.
Landon. Shout out to you. Big Daddy hugs, man. Thanks for serving. Marines?
Yes, sir.
I heard Marines for hoorah. Listen, Marines and Navy, you guys work together. My favorite are the Marines and the Navy SEALs. I love everybody in all the services, Coast Guard included. You know, if you're a good guy and you're working for the good old USA, you know, rock on. But anyway, getting back to the story. So he's on leave.
Yes.
And, again, no names because I don't want anybody in trouble.
No, there's no names.
So he's just kind of like probably trumped up. You guys are trying to show him a good time.
Well, no, let me tell you how it really went down. I'll tell you the full story.
We want to know how your pants got down.
All right, well, yeah, let me get to that. He messaged me out of the blue. You know, he was like, hey, you want to go, you want to go drink a few beers down in Chendo. Chendo is Skook territory.
Kind of famous in the Northeast, Pennsylvania quadrant of the world.
So we had a couple 2-3, and
he's using language from the area.
From the Skook.
That's Skook language. Go ahead.
A couple 2-3, and we ended up getting really, really drunk. We shouldn't have been that drunk. It was a bad day. I had work the next morning. It was a horrible time. So
it sounds like fun.
Yeah, we drank like 4 12-packs each. Almost somewhere around there. We went to Sheets. They asked me to pull my pants down and run through the parking lot. And not only did I run through the parking lot, I got the cashier's number. Oh, yeah, she gave me her number. Like,
well, wait, you said that. We need to tell the story. So you're in Sheets parking lot.
Yes, that's where
the first haunt starts.
That's where it started off.
How did the conversation even start? Like you're driving around. Hey,
no,
where did it? Who developed the idea? Was it you? It's just sort of say, I'll show you guys.
No,
how did it start?
It wasn't me. It was my buddy Landon. He said,
Marine.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy Marines. They're so much fun.
He goes,
they are like, they're into shenanigans.
They really are. So he goes, hey, man, we used to streak back in Virginia. So he called me out right then and there. So I dropped my pants before I even got out of the truck. I took my pants off, my underwear off, my shirt off, and I ran. Like Forrest Gump, I ran.
Were you shitting your pants?
No.
No, you weren't because you weren't wearing any pants. There was no pants involved.
No, it was a great time. Didn't shit my pants. I ran from Sheets, that's where it started, across 309, and then I made like a ping pong kind of pattern to Turkey Hill.
Were you aware that you were going to use any kind of ping pong pattern?
No.
When you were streaking?
No, I wasn't aware.
At what point of the evening did you know that you were going to be streaking? And prior to that moment, now it almost feels like we're in a court of law.
I think
when do you start to say, like, he taunted you, and you're like immediately like, listen, you Marine, you bitch, I'm just going to show you. I mean, come on, big mouth. All right, I'm naked. So, hoorah yourself, bitches. Like the Marine, did he threaten to kill you? Because those Marines.
No, he asked me, and I
kick your ass.
Yes. No, he asked me. I said yes.
He could probably kick your ass as a Marine.
No, he would have killed me with his bare hands.
See,
big time.
Marine kill him.
Big time.
Yeah, Marines are cool like that. But anyway, so okay, I'm grooving. I'm digging this story. I can dig this story. I think people listening to this story can dig it. It's just a bunch of kids hanging out. Marine comes back from the crazy shit that the Marines got to do every day. Yep. What they got to worry about. And screw it, lighten up a little bit, people. Let's streak at the Sheets.
I'll streak right now. Oh, I will get naked, right. Big Daddy. I will. I'm not even joking. I'll get naked.
I'm going to tell you straight up, I am not wearing a shirt because I am trying to train for streaking. I guess a couple people on the fan page were like, hey, we should streak for charity. And I'm like, I love raising money for charity. I was raised to give back to my community and to take care of my neighbors. And, like a lot of you people aren't really like that. You guys, I know so many people you are. I'm not trying to throw you guys under a bus or nothing, but I really try to wake up and be cool with other people and stuff.
Big Daddy, I'll get naked right now. I'm not even trying.
I know, man, but I don't. I'm trying to tell a story, and we got to kind of build up to that for the next show, maybe.
Okay.
I'm said, here's what I did. I had all my people in the office call. Like, I have a whole Rolodex, like, people, and big stars and stuff. And I'm like, get that E-Dog on the phone. Because this kid's talking about streaking. And it immediately hit me that back in the Vietnam War era, like, when that was winding down and whatnot, and maybe, like, through the 70s after all that crap, there was, like, a bunch of stupid songs. And one of them was called The Streak. And, yeah, so Ray Stevens made this great hit. It was all over the country. And I can remember, now I'm 49 years old, and E-Dog just told you that he's, what, 22?
I'll be 23 in July 23.
Okay, so we're talking generation gaps here. And it's like full circle, it's coming around, where it's like people are just, I think people are so stressed out in life. And they need these, I'm trying to understand the streaker mentality. Why are you doing it? For a rush? Is it like a rush?
It's more than an adrenaline rush, and I
mean, you got the girl's phone number, so that means you're packing.
You feel the wind blowing up against your junk for the first time in a long time.
Yeah, like that, the last time you probably felt that was when you were a baby.
I was young, very young.
Right?
You're correct.
Because you don't want to be weird. You can't just kind of whip your junk out.
Oh, no, I'm very weird.
Like, what's the difference between a streaker and just a pervert? Like, that's another part I have to ask. I mean, I have to keep the show real, and I'm really trying to understand.
Streakers do it for fun. Those other weirdos do it for pleasure.
I think in the old days, some streakers used to do it for political reasons. Like, I would love it. This would blow Big Daddy's mind, man, if somebody in this country would, like, totally streak Hillary Clinton's and Donald Trump's. Like, make it funny, but, like, lighten up, you know, like, political stuff. Like, somebody threw a shoe at Hillary the other day, and I'm like, why couldn't that have been Shaquille O'Neal doing that? Like, a size 22 would have taken her down. I think the lady had, like, a size 4 or something.
That's an assassination.
What's an assassination?
Shaquille O'Neal coming at you with a hot shoe.
Size 22, that guy has.
That's an assassination.
He's the bomb, isn't he?
He is. He really is.
You know, anyway, the country's crazy. The world's crazy. Everybody's nuts. You got that Kim Jong guy, and he's, like, sitting on firebugs and firecrackers over there.
He's waiting. He's waiting.
What the hell is going on? Like, what is wrong with these assholes? Like, everybody chill out.
We're all going crazy. He is waiting.
Are they putting drugs in our water? That's what I want to know.
Ask Michigan. The Flint tap water, it's still poisonous to this day. You have cops shooting people for no reason. I don't know if you have seen the video. It's all over Facebook.
See, again, here's the thing. It's like everybody's just acting like crazy. And you got to have due process. And, you know, I'm a communicator, so I want to hear everybody's side of this story. But
do I hear mine?
Yeah, I'll hear your story, but I also want to get back to the streaking, because this is, you know, we're not in that time. You know, now we're getting back to the political shit again.
We'll touch two topics.
Anyway, so the guy, you know, it's horrible. But, like, what if, I don't know, are people lying on both sides? Are people lying about everything? Like, everything that happens, people getting pulled over, who you're voting for, like, what, you understand what I'm trying to say? Like, you got my brain locking up here. Big Daddy is not.
No, I understand what you're saying. It's just,
like, I want
the audience.
Like, in the old days, you used to have, like, something crazy would happen, and then you would have, like, people would look into it. And I know then you're going to get into conspiracy theories, and I get that. Where, like, you know, JFK was murdered, and there's no world order, and Monsanto is trying to screw up our food, and they got lead in the water, and, you know, it's some messed up shit that we got to deal with, right?
Have you seen the... Oh, boy. Have you seen the...
You're getting like Timbo. You're touching it. Just throw that on the side. You don't need that. That apparatus is not required.
Have you seen the tap water from Michigan? Have you seen that?
Kid, I can tell you about the tap water from
That's fucking ridiculous, man. It's still poison. That was...
Dude, let me tell you something about the person who writes the character of Big Daddy. I was from a cold town, okay? My name is Tom, okay? Hi, everybody. I'm talking to third person. It's comedy.
Nothing wrong with that.
Well, some people just jam up on it. I don't know. But the bottom line is I was raised in a fairly, I don't know, average poor, it certainly wasn't white privilege. And I'm sorry to my black friends.
White privilege doesn't exist.
But this is the thing. We got to talk about all this stuff. Somebody's playing everybody against each other here. Wow, we're getting on some heavy shit. Can we get back to streaking? See, the thing is that what the show's about is everything. The show can't be limited. I cannot limit my show to just comedy, to just politics. Like, whatever comes up, I want to talk about it. So So I got you on because the Facebook's lighting up with all this negative shit, and I don't know what the answer is exactly because I'm not a police officer. I'm not a black person. I don't have any kind of reference to what either side is experiencing. I imagine that there are some seriously corrupt police officers, and they need to be handled. And I imagine that there are some seriously badass black people or any ethnic group, including the crackers, myself, the Irish people, the Italian people. There are some badass people everywhere. Like, it's human nature. It's, some people are just assholes. And here's the thing. How can you, I'm asking like really heavy questions, I get it. But how can you got to give shit time. But then you also have to have what we used to have a lot more in this country is oversight. An oversight of the oversight. And a committee that's watching a committee so that we don't get corrupt. Because corruption kills, man. And corruption will screw up your town. And corruption will probably, try to make fake food that they don't care how people survive on and eating it so that they can make a profit. Which is why I started out with the Kindle joke. Because Kindles are really worth like $33. It probably cost them like 29 cents to produce. They probably pay more in shipping and distribution, But seriously, we sell shit for like hundreds of dollars. Like for me to get a Jeep today, I can't get a Jeep. I got hurt. I can't get disability. I can't make the money I used to make. I'd love to have a Jeep. So I thought, I'll buy a used Jeep. Oh, remember Cash for Clunkers? Those fuckers crushing my Jeeps. I mean, everything is messed up. Everything is just, shit's being done in the background to just screw with everything. Everybody's catching on to that. Everybody's waking up. Are you with me, E-Dog?
Yes, sir.
So what I want to say is I'm done saying that. That people got to digest those questions and go fucking ahead. Sit in the corner in a quiet fucking dark room and ponder that shit because these are the kind of questions we're going to throw at you. And then I think back to time, like when I was a young lad, way younger than E-Dog here at 22 years old.
Yes, sir.
I can remember people, like it was a big deal. We had like 6 channels on the TV and some of them were black and white at the time. And I remember a big event being on TV and there'd be a streaker that would streak across a live event. And everybody would shit themselves. Like, and they would start laughing. And I mean, they were bent over laughing. And then some people would be really, oh my God, that's horrible. And then look at that person and his junk. I don't need to see that.
I was the one who laughed.
Exactly. Everybody's different, E-Dog. So this is why I think it's an interesting conversation because half of my Facebook is going, that's friggin' awesome. Half of them are probably not replying, but they're shaking their heads and they're getting
half of my Facebook considers Pokemon Go. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Oh my God, I know all about that.
So it's my
12-year-old.
Yeah, my timeline is like Pokemon Go and racist shootings between the police. So I have, when I was younger, we played Pokemon.
Yeah, it's a big thing, right? So now they expect you not to play it when you get older?
But they used to call us nerds for playing the fucking game.
You were nerds.
But now, all of a sudden, it's a fucking trend.
No, you're still nerds. Sorry, Big Daddy.
I don't play it, Big Daddy. I don't play
listen, my daughter plays it. She enjoys it.
I hate it. I hate it.
too. I'm like, my point is different strokes for different folks. I try not to be a douchey daddy. I'm like, hey, you like that game? My father might have said, oh, no, actually, let me erase that. My father did say, oh, Kiss sucks. And this, when I like my rock and roll.
Kiss rules, first of all.
Yeah, first of all, let's get the ground rules right. My dad, God bless him, God rest his soul, he died when he was a junior in high school. He just wasn't, he liked Sinatra and stuff like that. I dig it. Elvis, right?
I know I'm young. You know I'm young.
So we got all these young kids, and that's why I have you on the show. I want to know why you streak for the Marine.
I still like Frank Sinatra. But I love him. I really do.
Tons of people do.
It's not at my age, no.
Eric, you got to get out more. There's all kinds of people on the planet. Everybody likes. There's a lot of people that like Frank Sinatra still, I guarantee it. And for good reason. The guy was the bomb. It was different. The music was written differently. And I'm seeing artists today now. I'm really hopeful. Like, I'm a big fan of this. No, they do not, man. Go see that Devin Allman we just seen down at Briggs and all the other performers. They don't suck. Not only do they not suck.
I'm talking about the stuff on the radio.
You listen to another radio station.
98.5. Oh,
you don't like it.
They play the same music. It's the same shit every single day.
It's because they have to pay for that music. They probably buy a bunch of cans. They're allowed to use so many songs. It's so different today. Back in the old days, you went to a DJ and maybe the DJ played your song, and then they figured out a way to make a shit ton of money, and they make you pay for everything. And then, of course, we went through all that where people were stealing music. And yeah, you shouldn't steal people's music, but there should be an outlet where people could listen to it, like the library. Yeah. You know what I mean? So anyway, speaking of which, I'd love to run a radio show. I would love to do like a show like this where I segued into like rock and roll picks and blues and
the outfield
and I could the outfield is cool.
The outfield,
yeah. Wow, they're where are they out of? They're not out of Philly.
No. Well, I know Bryan Adams was out of Canada. The outfield was out.
What year is that?
83.
Only Eric and I could get this far off track. We're talking about streaking with an actual streaker. I thought it was interesting to communicate with somebody who just at the drop of a hat or a dare would just drop his trowel and start running. And tell the real story. So you're at a McDonald's. And you made an order. Tell the story. You made an order.
Yeah, I was at a McDonald's. My buddy was making an order at the time. He asked me if I would streak. I said yes, absolutely.
Yeah, but did he tell you to streak for the food order at the window?
Yeah.
Or was this something you had to add a little juice to the show?
No, he wanted me to steal the order, so I stole the order. When they handed it out, I grabbed it. I was butt naked.
He paid for the order, but you were pretending to steal the order naked. That's hysterical.
I was butt naked.
Oh my God.
Butt naked. I grabbed the order.
I'm sorry to laugh, but that is hysterical. The guy, and so it's the Marine that said that you pretended to steal the order. Listen, we Semperfi. Kudos to you, dude. You should be a writer for a TV show. Because I don't know if that's ever been done, but could you imagine, did they get the picture of the girl's face when you stole the food and ran?
She was jaw dropped. She didn't know what the fuck was going on.
You said you got her phone number, though. How did that fly?
No, that was the girl from Sheets.
Oh, that's right. That was, okay, so the good story was at McDonald's when you run up to the window, pretend to steal, and then that guy is pretending like his bag just got ripped off by some douchebag that was naked.
No, she gave me her number. Her name was Ashley.
No. Come back to McDonald's. You're in the line in the truck. Yeah. The Marine says you pretend to steal the bag. They go up to get said bag. You, run between the window and the truck?
Yep.
Dart off the bag?
Yeah. As soon as they hand out the order, I grab it.
My stomach hurts. I'm like, that's how much I was laughing deep. My God. So then, did they have to make another order for the kids? Or
yeah.
What?
Yeah, they got another free meal.
So,
which was pretty fucking cool.
That's actually that's almost like a con game, man.
But
let's get the streaker guy to steal a bag, and then we'll get a free bag.
Yeah, I was butt naked when I ran up to it. It was a fun time.
All right, it's still shenanigans, like, come on, again, burgers. Let me tell you something about the burgers. That's another thing. As an older guy, all my friends that are on the show, my close friends, there's just some serious health nuts. And they're like, don't eat that shit at McDonald's. And I eat it. I just eat that stuff. I go to a fast food joint, I just buy it. But here's what jars Big Daddy's ass is back when I was a kid, a Big Mac. Are you prepared for what I'm about to tell you?
No.
It used to actually be a very, very big burger. It was called the Big Mac because it was physically, it was a double fister. You had to grab that son of a bitch, and you better be strong to get that up to your mouth. That was, I can still remember the commercials, like when it was a big deal. Then I guess the cost of everything goes up.
Let's see, the last time I put a Big Mac to my mouth, it was hard times in my life, and I made a lot of money from it.
Jesus Christ.
I was just paying them.
That was the last time. He's like looking at me like, why are you not talking? That's a joke.
That was a huge joke. I didn't really accept it for Big Macs.
I didn't. There's not a guy I want to get on the show. He actually did a sexual act to get money to get home under the Philadelphia Bridge. That's another story. And that's coming. His name's Tommy. We're going to get him on the show. It's definitely, you want to talk about jaw-dropping stories, that's what's coming. But, okay. So the shenanigans is you take it, you bolt, you got up. So you're walking and you're naked, but you got like a big bag of McDonald's. think about this. Let's think this through. If you did run into police, you're a naked guy running with what's probably a very big-ass bag of McDonald's products because there's a lot of people in that truck.
I had the receipt.